Everybody, welcome to another trade recap. I know I'm pretty late with the recaps. I'd be having busy days, but today's trade recap is for Friday, the 31st of January. Today is now Saturday, February 1st. Um, so yeah, let's get to it. So let's start off with our high time frame confluences, as always. Coming into the market, right? We had right off the bat, we had this 4 hour imbalance, and that was pretty much it, honestly, because we were already within this imbalance already at the time of market open. Scaling down further to the 1 hour, we had these 1 hour lows, and these 1 hour lows that were swept pre-market. We also had these 1 hour highs, 1 hour highs as well up here, and then this 1 hour imbalance. With all that, we scale down to the 5 minute. And what are we looking for? Is sweep of liquidity. Again, this was swept pre-market, so um disregard that. You see, we got sweat out here, made the push up, came back down again, and swept this 5 minute low. I would have wanted us to sweep and come down and sweep these 1 hour lows, maybe tap into this imbalance. However, as you can see, we got a break of structure right here with this candle, right? So now we had bullish order flow. Again, this is disregarded because we had already swept this pre-market. But I'm watching bullish order flow start forming. Right at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe we're gonna sweep this high and then come down again. This candle, bearish candle, sorry, formed at 935, which was right here, 935. We had this fair value gap form, sort of get respected. However, we see that it doesn't hold. It gets completely invalidated. Keep pushing up. At this point, we're just looking and seeing how bullish order flow is still getting respected. And we can see that candle just quickly tapped into this order block on the 5 minute and respected it and kept going up. At this point, I'm okay. We're probably gonna come to this imbalance and sweep this liquidity. So what am I looking for? I could have answered right here. This was one entry. I missed it. Could have done one of these. This would have been the ideal entry, right? Stops at the end of this fair value gap body candle. And TP all the way up here. However, for a nice 1.95. Oh, so I got a better receiver. Yeah. For 1.95. However, I wasn't on the charts at this time. I believe I went to the restroom. um, so I missed that entry. Could have reminisced on it, but that's an ideal entry right here. Um, another one would be, or the one I took personally, was right here. So we had these fair value gap again. This is what I was marking out because we got such a high push up. These range to these range highs. We got a perfectly tap into equilibrium. Whenever you see a big push up like this, we want a push back into price is gonna come when we leave a lot of imbalances like this. We don't know which one it's going to come into, right? Because it's such a huge candle and a lot of fair rally gap. So what we are looking out for is essentially just a retracement from the range lows to the range highs of that, essentially that whole candle, right? Or that whole order of imbalances left. And what we can assume is that it will likely come down. If it's going to be bullish, it's going to come down and tap at least into equilibrium. right? And then push out again, which as you can see, perfectly came and did. So I marked out this fair value gap, seeing that it was holding. We did get a breaker structure right here. If I can just mark it out right here. Um, and essentially, I waited a little longer because I wanted to get order filled from this imbalance after I seen it form. And I seen that we were going down again, rejecting, came all the way down, rejected. And as soon as I started seeing this push up, I entered right here. And my first TP was right here. Second TP was over here. Second and final TP, take profit. Where was this 1 hour imbalance? Stops were at the end of this fair value gap. Why was this one important? Because it is also the point where the equilibrium is and where my trade idea would be invalidated. Therefore, so if it came under this and came lower than this, my trade idea would be invalidated completely. Therefore, going into the opposite direction. But you can see we held, and price literally came one more time into this fair value gap and started pushing out, and came and hit take profit within 42 minutes. Why did I want to wait? Because right here, simple. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Because on the RSI we were oversold or overbought. Sorry, we were a bit overbought, and it was just scary to me. That we were gonna come all the way up here and then start selling off again. As you can see, it was what literally happened. So I waited a bit, and right here at this chance, I seen we weren't really overbought. We still had some room, some cushion. Excuse me. So I thought it was a perfect time to literally um buy. And if we are gonna push higher, I would assume that this equilibrium would hold along with this fair value gap. And yeah, so that explains why I didn't take the trade right here at this invalidation, because of how close we were to being overbought conditions. Yeah, so I know this trade was a bit different. I know uh, I don't really like taking trades like this because it's kind of like a gamble if we're literally trending so high, because the market's only going to trend for so long before it starts reversing, as you can see. But we knew our target. We knew that there was a imbalance that needed to get filled, which is what I aim for. So I was okay taking this trade, but I don't really like taking trades where it's following the trend. I like doing my reversals. That's the type of trade I like to take. But so um going forward, that's only the type of trade I want to take. But this trade just made sense. Everything, all the confluences aligned, so I took this trade. And as you can see, our overall thought process where I wanted the trade initially to come down, at least sweep these before it went higher, literally happened the reverse way. It went all the way up and then reversed all the way down to where I wanted it to initially come to. But yeah, that is the trade recap for Friday, January 31st. With that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next trade recap. Peace.